Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.
So speaking of DeFi, CoinDCX has been bringing crypto trading to the masses in India and is now looking to bring similar innovation to the Web3 ecosystem and make the world of Web3 and DeFi or decentralized finance more accessible to the masses. Now, without revealing too much, I'd like to invite on stage Neeraj Khandelwal, co-founder, CoinDCX, Gaurav Arora, Senior Vice President, DeFi Initiatives at CoinDCX, Vivek Gupta, EVP Technology at CoinDCX, and my friend Rishabh from Your Story to announce their brand new offering. Neeraj, over to you to tell us more, please.
Can we sit? Thank you, everyone, and welcome to Unfold 2022. It's an amazing feeling, as Sumit told earlier. This is the first time that we have organized such a massive event, and I've been thoroughly enjoying this since the beginning. Today, I have something to unveil, something CoinDCX team has been working since quite some time now, putting a lot of efforts. We are launching a DeFi platform, a Web3 platform called Okto. Okto is a keyless, self-custody wallet which allows anyone with an internet connection to take participation in the decentralized economy that we have been talking about. So I'm very happy to see that a hard work of roughly 8 to 10 months is now coming to fruition, and we'll be able to, we are very, very excited to contribute to the Web3 world in a massive manner. Let me share a few more things about this product, as well as why it's important for us and for the industry to have something like this in place. So, first of all, when Sumit and we entered into this space in the beginning of 2016, we had a dream. We used to read a lot about Web3 was not a term then. We used to read a lot about blockchain technology and how it can change the internet itself, right? And that was very fascinating for us. And we decided that we'll give our next 10 to 20 years, which represents our career, all of our career, and we'll dedicate it to changing internet and make it more open, transparent, equally accessible and fair to everyone. Now, the entry point was exchange, building an exchange. The entry point, because exchange is how people get to know about crypto. They get some bit of, customers get some bit of exposure to the crypto assets. and everyone starts understanding about crypto and blockchain technology from an exchange. That's a fact. So we started with an exchange, but we always, had that ultimate dream, the ultimate promise of Web3 and blockchain technology, and we wanted to change the internet, for that purpose. So, think of 1995, when internet was just starting up. Very early days of internet. If, on my left hand, this is the global economy. This is the global economy of 1995. This was internet. Very small, like a dot. Now fast forward 25 years later, if this is the global economy, 25% of this whole economy is powered by internet today. Just 25 years. Internet has taken over the global economy. Now think of internet today. This is the internet on my left hand, and this is Web3. I believe, and we believe at CoinDCX, what internet did to the traditional economy, Web3 is going to do to internet. And change happens faster these days. I think by 2030, there would be more than 1 billion people on Web3, and internet's backend, internet would be powered by Web3, and it's not far. Today, there are 300 million people, globally speaking, 300 million people who have already been touched by Web3, who are already in the crypto space. This is a rough estimate, looking at the exchange data, exchange user base data, 300 million. I am just expecting that it will get tripled in next 8 years. We believe it's very much achievable. But sometimes, I also, when I think about it, I see a few challenges that lie in front of us. Challenges which need to be solved if we want to achieve that vision of Web3. If we don't solve these challenges, then it will be very difficult for crypto and Web3 to reach that scale that we all have been working for. Two challenges I'd like to state right now. One, customer experience. It's not difficult to comprehend. Everybody, probably every one of us would have used some kind of wallets. We might have wanted to buy NFTs. We have always wanted to use some kind of decentralized application. It's very difficult. At least I find it very difficult, and I have interacted with so many people. Using a decentralized app today is not as simple as using Swiggy or Zomato. It's not as simple as using Uber. It is very difficult. There are 8 to 10 steps you need to perform just to make one single small transaction on Web3 today. You have to download a wallet. You have to write the seed phrase and keep it secure somewhere. Then you have to go to a website and connect your wallet. Then you have to perform the relevant transactions. Then you have to go to another website to track whatever you have done on the Web3 and DeFi space, and so forth. And I'm not even mentioning if you have assets on one chain, and when you want to transfer them to another chain, good luck with that. It's very difficult. Second, that was the first part. The customer experience is very complex. Second, the developer experience, the builder experience. We all are builders here, and this is the building phase. Builder experience is very difficult. You develop one DeFi application on Solana chain, DeFi or Web3, any kind of application on Solana chain, you cannot provide access to your application to someone who is sitting on the Ethereum chain. Your market size is limited to people who are just there on the Solana chain. That's it. This is just an example. If you build application on any one chain, you have very small market. You would want your market to be as big as possible. You would want your market to be the whole Web3 space. And you don't want to deploy your applications on every chain individually. That's a mammoth task. And it takes a lot of time, right? This is the developer's challenge. If Web3 is to be successful, if 1 billion people are going to access Web3, if internet is going to become more decentralized as we all want it to be. We are here because we want to see decentralized economy come to life. We want to see more decentralization of internet. That's all, I think that is what we are here for. But if customers find it difficult to access applications, decentralized applications, and developers find it difficult to build those applications, then I think it's going to be very difficult. And this is a major challenge. Very simple to understand, but difficult to solve, as well as difficult, difficult to solve. And that's what, somebody please show Okto. That's what Okto stands for. We are building Okto to solve these two challenges, the developer challenge and the customer challenge, and make Web3 a reality. Do not misunderstand Okto, CoinDCX Okto, just as a simple app where you can do speculations. No, we want to solve and make Web3 a reality, take it to billions, make it mainstream. That is our purpose. Thank you.
Thanks, Neeraj, for taking us through that. I was just recalling one of our conversations from last week, where you always stress on the end user and making the experience as seamless and as easy for the end user. And I think that's something that has been a feature of your product building right from the early days, right? So I kind of want you to spend some time telling us why now is the right time to be solving these kind of challenges. I just remember, Pareen was talking about some data just a few minutes back, wherein they are seeing a lot of startups have started seeing early traction already in terms of users. Right now, this is like a very progressive thing for us to see that users are actually curious and they're actually trying out these new Web3 products. But at the same time, DeFi is still so young. You sometimes refer to it as a 4 or 5 year old child that has grown a lot, but still has so much more to grow, right? So why is now the best time? What is the landscape like right now? And why are we doing this right now?
Sure. One critical facilitator of Web3 is going to be the scalability of blockchains. If blockchains are scalable, only then you can expect a lot of transactions happening. Only then you can expect this whole concept going mainstream. I think now is the time when we are seeing a lot of layer 2 solutions like zero knowledge rollups by the Polygon team, for example, as well as Ethereum's 2.0 merge, which is going to come up, and innumerable developments on the scalability of blockchain. That is very critical. And I think we are at that, this year, 2022-23, is representing the phase where we are overcoming these challenges. So this is a perfect time to think about how to make it mainstream. Secondly, this is the first part, the scalability. Secondly, we have observed at CoinDCX, we launched CoinDCX Ventures, and we have observed that there is a massive migration happening from Web 2 to Web 3. Developers are now much more excited about Web 3. Web 2 is like old school these days, and Web 3 is the new kid in the town. People are more excited about Web3. A lot of development is happening. For it to become mainstream and reach billions, you need thousands of lakhs of applications built on Web3. And for that, you need massive force of Web3 developers. I think that is happening right now as we speak. So these two factors are very important. And lastly, crypto, blockchain, and Web3, they are now very well known. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, if you ask my parents, they probably would say, we don't know much about it. But now, the education about Web3, the blockchain technology, people know about it. Everybody knows about it. Not just in India, but across the globe. It is a common thing now. In the last 2 years, this bull cycle, which just went by, has changed, has impacted in a very positive manner. Now, after this bull cycle, before the next one comes, we have to be prepared for the mass scale. Because the next bull cycle, whenever it comes, maybe 1 year down the line, maybe 2 years down the line, that is when you will see a lot, Web3, DeFi, NFTs becoming so mainstream, and that billion people dream will just see like, okay, we might achieve it the next month. Yeah.
Neeraj, thanks so much for explaining that. I think this brings me to the next question where I'd like to get Gaurav in, right? So Gaurav, what Neeraj has done for us is he's presented, the landscape of DeFi. He's presented us what are the challenges that need to be solved. What is the entire vision for products that can solve these challenges, right? So specifically coming to today's launch, the exciting announcement that we have for all of our users here and everyone else who's watching on the live stream as well. What is the real vision for this product? Like, how is it exactly fitting into the entire landscape that Neeraj painted for us? So if you can help us understand the larger vision for this, I think that'll be great.
Sure. I think the problems from the DeFi side, from the tech side, Neeraj pointed out really well. I just wanted to bring out like a different perspective, from the user's perspective, right? A couple of things, approaching this thing from there. See, much as all of us tech people in the room like to believe, users honestly don't care about technology, right? What they care about is applications. If you think about it, how many of us know what compression algorithm was in the iPod? Nobody knows, right? If it was MP3 or FLAC, I don't know. But I know that I could put thousands of songs in my pocket. That's what people care about, right? They care about the application. So now, like in this ecosystem, why should a user know that to buy that cute-looking Axie, I need to have USDT in ERC chain and not in TRC chain? And this is a true story, by the way. I mean, I struggled with it, and by the end of it, after one day, that Axie doesn't look any cute anymore, and I don't want to buy it anymore. But yeah, I think people don't need to know these complexities. We need to abstract it out for them. So that's one thing. And there are so many applications, like Neeraj said. The next growth will come from the applications, but we need to make it easier for the users to access it. The other core problem that users from the user side is users have a lot of decisions to make in the whole day, right? They are all very busy. We have like hundreds of responsibilities. We don't want more responsibilities being added to us, right? We don't want more decisions being added to us. So they always reward partners, solutions to simplify their life for them, who make things easy for them. So example of that is that. Just take example of a car, right? I mean, there's always this enthusiast who says, I'm going to drive this car at 1800 RPM to get the best power ratio and get the best mileage, but most of us don't care, right? If I get a car which is automatic and it just takes me from point A to point B without me having to change gears, I love it, I'll take it. And that's it. So what we want to get to is build the automatic of DeFi, make a lot of decisions simpler for you, so that we just, you go on with your life, you do what you need to do, we'll do some of the things at the back end of it. So, just putting these two very core principles to the few problems that Neeraj talked about. So let's take key management, right? That's a big one, right? So, Hamza also talked about how it's very good to have self-custody. There's a lot of power that self-custody gives you, but like we all know, right? The very wise man in the Marvel universe who said, with great power comes great responsibility. So you know what, a lot of us don't want this responsibility of managing the key. If I lose the key, I lose all my money. So we've taken that one problem and solved it. We're giving you keyless self-custody, where we say that, hey, you have all the goodness of self-custody, but we'll abstract out the key management for you. We'll give you a familiar, easy interface to log in, to control, and you don't have to manage that long key. So that's one very important part of it. The second problem we want to solve is, applications, access to applications. So right now, and it is great ecosystem. Every time I think of, hey, you know what, this sounds like an interesting dApp, it's already there. Everybody's created, like there's a dApp for everything now, I think, and that's growing at an exponential state. But you can't discover it. Even if you do discover it, you don't know if it's a good one or a bad one. Is it a rug pull scream? You don't know if it's the right spelling. You'll have chain link, but you may have chan link also. And if you type the wrong thing, you'll go to the wrong thing and all your money will go away. So, all of this comes with some risk which for the users, a normal user can't comprehend all of this. So we want to make it easier for the users to say, hey, we will curate some apps. We will bring them to you on your mobile application in a native way. You don't have to go hunting for it in a browser, don't have to link your wallet. We'll just make it natively available for you. Of course, you want to go elsewhere, we'll allow you, but we will bring it in a native, familiar interface to you. We've selected around 100 protocols across 20 chains, which we believe for now give the user that whole gamut, and obviously we'll keep growing that. So that's one, native interface, keyless self-custody. And the third one, again, what Neeraj also talked about is a cross-chain interaction, right? There's a lot of complexities across, jumping across chains, money stuck here, I can't move it here. So all of that we want to abstract out. And we want to just, remove that complexity for the user. So these are the three core problems. Like, my job is to make them sound simple. Obviously, if you talk to Vivek, he'll say it's not so simple. Every one line is like a gazillion lines of code and months of work. But I think we want to do all the hard work so that the users don't have to do all of this hard work.
Right. Absolutely, Gaurav. And I think now you've just set the floor for Vivek now. So Vivek, not to be too technical, but help us understand things from the security perspective in terms of the app that you guys are launching. And I think this is a very critical piece of the puzzle, because although crypto has so much power to give self-custody, but it also comes with a high degree of user error, user risk, right? We've seen so many things happening in the DeFi universe over the past few months, which have left a bad taste in the mouth and have kind of called for more robust security measures in the dApps that people are building. So if you can spend a couple of minutes just helping all of us understand what are some of the robust security features that are part of this app, I think that'll be great.
Sure. So like you rightly pointed out, right, when it comes to the DeFi space, one of the key challenges is security. And even for us at Okto, we always wanted to have security as one of our top priorities, especially when it comes to building your wallet infrastructure, when it comes to building your data infrastructure. And like Gaurav also kind of highlighted, one of the ways in which you do self-custody is by having a private key, right? So essentially, you become responsible for holding that private key, keeping that private key secure. But that comes with a lot of risks, right? Basically, as per a data report, 99% of all data hacks that happened or the wallet hacks that happened were due to either a stolen key or a lost key. Right? So you have a very high possibility that you will lose your fund if you do not keep your key secure, right? And so the challenge in front of us was, how do we build a very secure and a robust wallet infrastructure so that it becomes very easy for people to get access to their fund, while at the same time keeping that key secure for them without transferring the responsibility of that security onto them. And so we built our wallet infrastructure using something called as MPC, or multi-party computation technology. So multi-party computation technology is a cryptography technology that enhances the current wallet framework by adding more scalability for the users, while at the same time reducing the risks, increasing security, and maintaining the control of the assets in the hands of the users, right? So this basically served all our purposes, right? Basically, we could have security, we could have control back in the hands of users. And at Okto, the way we have implemented our MPC infrastructure is that we have set it up on geographically distributed data centers combined with an MPC node that is running on user's mobile phone. Right? So what this actually allows us to do, it gives it isolation at multiple levels. We have data center, cloud isolation, we have device isolation, and we also have geographic isolation. This completely eliminates any single point of failure, thereby making any attack vector on our wallet extremely difficult, or I would say nearly improbable. So if you were to look at it, right, NetSum, what are the key features of our wallet? One, it is easy to use. Second, full control of the assets in the hands of the user. No single point of failure. Very, very easy to use. And hence, an easy to use, keyless, self-custody wallet. That's what Okta is.
Fantastic, Vivek. I think, Gaurav, now the million-dollar question, when can people access the app? How can people access it? And how do they get started?
Soon. Now, I think we are also very excited to get this in the hands of users. We've been working on this platform for a while. Like I said, I think building the core blocks so that we can build on top of it is what we've been doing for the last few months. We are launching the first version now in just a few weeks. We're actually going to set up a waitlist today. So, all of you, will show you where you can sign up for the waitlist and you get first access to the app. In the first version, we're launching one chain, couple of simple use cases, but that will rapidly grow to cover the full gamut I talked about. And you know what the team has also done is they've put together a small video that kind of gives you a sneak peek into what the app will look like. And after that, we'll just share a QR on the screen. Please scan that QR, not the ones on your table, but we'll have one on the screen. We'll have some standees outside. Scan that QR and you can get access to the waitlist. Can we play the video, please?
I think we have to move.
You can move the chairs.
Thank you.
Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.
That's good. Please do scan the QR, and there are some exciting prizes to be won if you also tweet and share it with your groups. Can we put the QR back so people can scan it for some time, please? Thanks.
Crypto products and NFTs are unregulated and can be highly risky. There may be no regulatory recourse for any loss from such transactions.